And we've managed to sort out the technical difficulties we've been having and thankfully haven't missed a goal. Score still remain at 0-0. Shows Houston on the ball now. Gives it to Rindell. Back to Houston. Houston to Ellis. Ellis back to Houston. This is better from the Hawks, who have been on the back foot for most of the game. Houston. Throw to Ellis. Ellis, no real options and just giving it away. And now Mesquita. Kelvin De Oliveira. Back to Mesquita. Mesquita to Thorpe. Thorpe looking to cut in on the left and does. De Oliveira on the right. And Famato, a good save. He gives it to Rindell. Rindell to Houston. Houston down the line to no one. And the Hawks can reset. So the onslaught of AFC substitutions potentially overrunning Northern Hawks at the moment. It's Neves. Gives it to Tavares, back to Neves. A good interception by Ellis. And Ellis can't beat Neves down the line. Bredemeyer gives it to Rindell. Rindell plays Houston. Houston looked in the middle. Tavares intercepted. Houston recovered well. And I think it's AFC side ball. Tavares to bring it in, gives it to De Oliveira. Neves, one-on-one with Ellis. And hitting the outside of the goal. Famato did make contact on the way through. AFC have a corner. De Oliveira, such tricky feet. In on the right, but just can't find the target. And Famato at the feet of Houston to Rindell now. And Rindell tried to beat De Oliveira, couldn't quite do so. Rindell to Philippus, Houston. Houston down the line to De Philippus. De Philippus gives it back to Houston. Now to Rindell. Down the line to De Philippus. Houston picks it up. Rindell. Houston. And Zeba's scored. That's the opening goal of the match. Betim Zeba for the Northern Hawks. It is against the runner play, but the Zebra is not going to mind one little bit. We'll just see if we caught that back on the instant replay as some substitutions come on for the Northern Hawks. Don't think we did. I think the instant replay feature isn't working with the new streaming setup, but nonetheless, Northern Hawks take that one-goal lead, and that will spur them on. Perhaps switch the momentum, or will Neves still carry on? A lovely tackle by Rindell. Rindell has support in De Philippus. De Philippus, a nice turn. Good feet, and now out to Rindell. Alagoda. Good defending by Tavares. And Tavares back to Mesquita. Neves dribbling at Zeba. Trying to find an avenue through. Neves still going Neves. No foul called by the referee. Now to Philippus, one back by Tavares. Neves is all alone if they can pick him out. Rindell wins it back. This game has gone up a notch in intensity as we see Ellis check back on for Nishan Alagoda. Ben Thorpe and Rocky come back on for Perth AFC. Rocky to Tavares. Down the line to De Oliveira. De Oliveira one-on-one with De Philippus. Out wide to Thorpe, looking to create a shot, and so is this man, Calvin De Oliveira. Gives it to Tavares. That one just going past the back post. And out for a Northern Hawks ball. Just touching on the next match, the West Coast Cobras will take on Andinos in the first v fourth place semi-final. And Cobras make it 4 in a row for grand final appearances. Look, can the Andinos come out of nowhere to secure a grand finals berth as De Oliveira off the upright. I see with an abundance of chances similar to last week, but those that were tuned in last week, you'll remember they got the better of Andinos toward the end of the match. Will that happen again here? De Philippis gives it to Rindell. In the middle, and that's given away cheaply. Thorpe, good last-ditch challenge from De Philippis. De Oliveira in acres of space on the left. Now Tavares in the middle to Rocky. A bit of a loose touch by Rocky. Now he's trying to swing onto the left. Almost found a way through. De Philippis. Only as far as De Oliveira. Heavy legs for the Northern Hawks, but a loose ball from Claudio Tavares. 11 minutes to go now as we see Bredemeyer, Ropley, and Houston all check on for the Northern Hawks. Zeba down the line. Ropley winning the 50-50 and winning the second Rickard Ropley. So Northern Hawks will have a side ball. Ropley may be injured, so he needs a sub. Hawks are thin for legs coming off the bench. De Philippis, who just came off, has to go straight back on. Now Ropley, De Philippis rather, Bredemeyer. Rocky Mosqueda finds De Oliveira on the a lovely interception by Bredemeyer to stop the ball from getting through to Rocky. He's going to be careful at the back. Houston can calm the game down. De Philippis gives it to Houston. He's played a lot of minutes. His tank will almost be on empty. Zeba, the goal scorer. Houston again. Looking for the run by Betim Zeba. Now Rocky comes away with it. A good interception by Houston initially. De Philippis does enough in the end. And Mosqueda using Quintiliani. And down the line now, Thorpe. And it's gone in somehow, but the referees ruled the goal out. It looks like it might have been a handball on the way through, so it will not stand. Unfortunate there for the Northern Hawks. Just when AFC do score, it gets ruled out. You'd have to be thinking, what do you have to do to get the ball past Formato and for it to count? They've had their chances, couldn't hit the target, or having them saved. And when they do get the goal, it gets ruled out as De Philippis slides in. And it will be a Northern Hawks sideline ball with Betim Zeba. Zeba strung for options, really. Plays Houston. Under immense pressure, Houston. But does well in the end to see it back with Formato. Formato going long. And almost causing some problems for Quintiliani when the flicked on header by Mosqueda is heading toward the AFC goal. Bredemeyer. And that's a foul there by Zeba. Thorpe was clipped on the way through. Maybe 15 meters out from goal. A chance for AFC to work something from the set piece. Taz Paraskevas telling AFC to bring the ball back. And it's De Oliveira standing over it. Giuliani off his line. Calvin De Oliveira into the corner. Mosqueda into the side netting. Formato. Rindell wanted to Philippis over the top. The ball was too heavy. De Oliveira, who was a hero for them last week. Can he step up again? One-on-one with Zeba. Looking to go down the line and does. Squares it, but De Philippis picks it up. Now he's driving forward. He did well there to win the side ball, Michael DeFilippis. And Zebra's looking for it up the line. What do they have planned from the set piece? Zebra makes a rotation with Houston, and that deflects over. So it will be a Northern Hawks side ball once again. They don't have any left footers on the court. Ches Houston will be the best of them if they need one. And Houston, a couple of check runs, strikes it on the left. It was lovely movement to create the chance, but just didn't hit the ball as clean as he would have liked. As Mosquita flicks it down the line. And De Oliveira trying to find a way through. Thorpe. De Oliveira's looking for it at the back post. Plays it inside and in the middle now. Good defending by Rendell. Houston tries to clear. Rendell picks it up. Zeba can't beat Adrian Roth. And now Thorpe with a chance to shoot. Cuts in. A lovely tackle by DeFilippis. How end-to-end has this game become? Michael DeFilippis with a good chance on the counter-attack, but just couldn't hit the target. And Mosquita playing Roth. Roth flicks it down the line. Zeba trying to do the job on Neves. Neves got on the outside of him, but he did enough, and the Northern Hawks have called a timeout, so we'll skip to a quick break and be back in just a moment.
Hit the red button. Done, yeah? So you're finished with that. Can you see if you can work out the camera, play around with it? Can we go to a quick...
Do you know what's happened with the camera?
It's just died.
The back. And now we're back in action. The ball over the top. Quintiliani comes out to clear. Zeba to DeFilippis, who's been good today. Both of them have. Neves into the path looking for Rocky. Zeba over the top ball. Ropley's kept it in. Ropley eyeing out that top corner. And now we see Perth AFC play the fifth man. Tavares came off early, so he'll pick, or came on early rather. He'll pick up a yellow card, and fifth man got AFC out of jail last week. Can it do it? Can it do it again? If there's any team that's going to be hard to play fifth man against, it will be the Northern Hawks. They're quite well drilled in how to defend it. AFC have a side ball, and now it looks like Tavares will come on. The ball across. De Oliveira trying to work the overload. And down the line through the legs, Tavares, Famato with a chance. And was there obstruction there from Chris Rocky? He tried to block Famato from shooting, so looks like it will be a free kick. And Houston now. The ball through. DeFilippis with a chance. Michael DeFilippis scored the second goal for the Northern Hawks. And it's gone from bad to worse for AFC, who conceded directly from that indirect free kick Chris Rocky gave away. And now they've got 4 minutes to mend things. They've been on top all game. They just haven't put the ball away. They feel very hard done by. Some calls going against him, which I think have been correct, but Nevertheless, they have been harsh. They've got the big guns on the court, but even De Oliveira, in all his excellence, can't keep the ball down, and he gives it away, uncharacteristic of the number 21. We've seen Tavares just stay in goal. Zeba being pressed. Houston, he's played plenty of minutes this evening. De Philippis, a lovely turn. Lays it off for Zeba. De Philippis was in to score. Maybe he should have had a shot. Tried to be unselfish. Mesquita, he's got to get it moving on and quickly. Neves, Mesquita, faced with a similar situation to the SFL Grand Final of 2017-18 when Fremantle trailed Cambio Cumbre by 2 goals. It was Mesquita orchestrating things from the 5th man at the back. Man on the near side, Danilo Neves, proved to be the hero that night. Who's it going to be that steps up today? De Oliveira, and it's 2-1 now. It was Calvin De Oliveira, and the goal was coming. And can AFC get out of jail again? They've done it so often this season, so often they've trailed deep into the half, but they found a response at the death. Houston will be focused. And Rocky does the job on Houston, but out for a Northern Hawks side ball. De Philippis. Will we see extra time? We've seen it a few times already. De Philippis hitting his heel on the way through. They've got 2 minutes and 17 seconds to hold on for the Hawks. Neves. Mesquita. De Oliveira with a chance. Calvin De Oliveira. A last-ditch block by Houston and by Zeba. Desperate defending. And Mesquita now gives it to De Oliveira. Mesquita again. De Oliveira across to Neves. In the corner, Tavares. Across to De Oliveira on the left. It's blocked again. Zeba trying to manufacture some sort of shot, can't do so. As we see Rindell come on now. He'll be fresh and ready to see out the rest of the game. His experience, but he's let that one slip past his post. Formato, can he capitalize? Dan Formato! Just missing the goal. End-to-end stuff, chances for both teams. Mesquita, every second, very valuable for both teams for very different reasons. Neves, Rocky and Tavares are lurking in the corners. Neves once again assessing his options. Got to be careful, can't give it away. Mesquita, Neves, inside to Rocky, rolls it onto the left, out to Tavares. But what a save by Formato! An amazing save by Dan Formato. He went to ground early, but got himself up. If the Northern Hawks do hold on, they'll have Formato to thank. Mesquita, ball to the back post, and will it be a corner? Northern Hawks ball. Formato looks like he's had his finger in the process, and with 51 seconds left, the clock stops. Formato is going to have to carry on. He's played so well today. And he launches it long. Neves heads clear, but Houston will pick up possession. 46 seconds left. Inside to Ellis. Houston, lovely 1-2, looking for Ellis. Tavares. Mesquita under pressure. You can't go back to Tavares. Lovely ball to find De Oliveira. And now Tavares, Neves rather, given away. That's a bit silly. Ellis with a chance. And was he caught from behind? Referee says no. Houston battling for it. Desperate defending. And Houston does awfully well to win the side ball. 22 seconds left and the clock stops. There's still time for AFC. Hawks are going to have to do their best to hold on. Rindell, all the experience. And he's done amazing there, Houston. He's won the side ball. It's only eaten up 4 seconds. They need a target on. The likes of Jelenovic will be handy in these kind of situations. Ellis is up there at the moment. And Houston looking for the line ball. It wasn't one of his best. Now the Hawks have to set up. 17 seconds left. Mesquita, Neves. He stepped up this time 5 years ago in Fremantle colours. Can he do the same for AFC now? De Oliveira inside, Neves! But it's hit the side netting. That was their chance, and the Hawks should be able to hold on. Rindell, Ropley, the final whistle goes, and the Northern Hawks are in to the grand final. What an amazing game that was. A game riddled with technical difficulties in the first half, but we were able to bring you an excellent second half. Great game by both sides. AFC dominating the possession, dominating the chances, but Hawks able to capitalize on the opportunities when it mattered most, and some desperate defending from the likes of Houston, Zeba, Rindell, some heroic saves from Dan Formato. The goals coming through to Philippus and Betim Zeba. The lone goal for Perth AFC coming through Kelvin De Oliveira, who's had a breakout season, and we'll just have a look at some of the stats. So AFC 156 passes, Northern Hawks 173. AFC 48% possession, Northern Hawks 50. And Hawks with a slightly better pass completion rate, but I think we might have missed some statistics there when we were having some technical difficulties. We weren't recording the stats because I've got to say, it looked like AFC were dominating the possession. I'm sure when we have a look at the shot statistics, I definitely will be. Nevertheless, we'll be joined with the next match between the West Coast Cobras and the Andinos to see who faces them.